What's up, guys? Welcome back to the next video in learning MySQL. My name is QTS Daniel. You guys watching my channel Corrival. As we said in the previous video, that in this video we're gonna show you guys how we're gonna create user. Say for example, we have a user root, username root, and we don't have any password. Once we go in, we can access this database, and you look in here that our MySQL is running on port 3306. So how we going to create a user for say PHP MyAdmin, and say here MySQL Workbench. As we said here that because they both MySQL and PHP MyAdmins, MySQL, they're both using 127.0.0.1, which is localhost and port 3306. Okay, so as we said in the previous video that we're going to work with the command line, and you guys going to see the command line how we're going to create the username here, and I'm going to explain to you guys what's privilege and what's grant in this video. So we're going to start we are getting a little bit advanced, so we dive deep into MySQL and we see how we're going to create the MySQL here, the say our database username. Alright, so before we continue, I have a very small message for you guys to subscribe Crywood, and I'll be back shortly. Please subscribe Crywood. As always, our programming videos will continue. At Crywood, we are committed to bring you the best programming videos. If you like my videos, please subscribe my channel. Click the bell icon to stay updated with my new videos. Alright, so welcome back, and as we said before, the subscribe Crywood that you guys going to create here with with the help of the command line in Windows. So how we're going to create the username. Alright, so first thing first is that if you guys here in WAMP, and if you guys outside here say localhost PHP MyAdmin, you look in here root. If you have a with XAMPP, you can create your password. So the password is password, and if you are not with the XAMPP, we are with WAMP, which we have here, and you guys gonna come here and press OK, press go, and you guys gonna be in. Say if you look in here where it says user account, it means the first one is MySQL.session. It's kind of a local host. The password is yes, and global privilege is super, and grant is no, and actions is edit privilege and export. So export means if you go on and send the content of this file somewhere else. We have MySQL.session, MySQL.system. Session, what session? Because this is session. Once you guys start, say for example now you are out of the session, your session is destroyed, but once you guys in, your session starts from here. So and the system, and this ones you guys don't use it because that's a super in usage. And global privilege, keep in mind, just looking here, observe here global privileges, because you guys getting privilege. And here root, this is us, because we are here local. Password, we don't have any password. You looking here because we don't put any password, and all privileges says everything what's the privileges. And if you look in here, grant is yes, because it's granted all the privileges. It means that the data we can select, we can insert, we can update, we can delete, we can file. And you look in here, that's structure, create, alter, index, drop, create temporary tables, show view, create routine, alter routine, execute, create new view, event, and trigger. Administration is what's administration? It means you guys whatever the authority, say for example the grant is granting authority or super process. And you look in here, show databases, what the user can do here, what the user is allowed to do. Say for example, if you're a CEO of your company and you create a company, you have all the privileges over your company. But if you're hiring a, say for example, a manager, so that you guys give you the manager the privilege of say process, so can see all the process. If you go over here, it says grant allows adding users and privileges without reloading the privilege table. So that's a grant, allows connecting even if maximum numbers of connection is reached required for most administrative operations like setting global variables or killing threads of the other users. Say that's a super, and there is a process allow viewing process of all users. So we can add to a specific, say if the user is gonna come in, we can add specific, or we can add when we put all the privileges in everything. So user account root as a local host. That's how we gonna create our user database. Okay, so the first one is that you, if you guys want to create, you can remove all the database here. You can drop, say for example, you revoke all active privilege, but don't revoke this one, because if you do that, you're gonna MySQL is gonna kick you out of the system. So you can't do that. You can stay away from the revoking this one. We're going to create our database, just one dummy database, and we're gonna get out of the, we're gonna kill that one. We're gonna show you guys how we're gonna create our database, and we're gonna show you guys how we're gonna revoke that one, that privilege. The first method is that through the GUI, through this one, is that you guys looking here, there's a guy here, very small guy, adding user account. So when you user account, it says that what you want to call your user. Say for example, we want to put our users admin. Okay, so it says the host name. What's the host name? And if you look in here, it's the where's host name is used is ignored, so it's a local host. So our host name is going to be local host. And if you want to put a password, say for example, if you want to put your password 1 2 3 4 5 6, you can use your password because it's extremely weak. You can put more password if you like, 1 2 3 4 5 6, or you can put any password. It's up to you. You want to put a password, or if you want to generate here, you can generate here. Alright, so now we're going to come a little bit down. It says database for user account. Create database with the same name and grant all privileges. You want to create the database here, whatever you want to create, grant all privileges with wildcard names, username. So here data, what you guys want to do, what do you guys want to grant? So if you click the top, it gives everything, all the data, whatever this user admins can do in the structures. You can do this one, or if you don't want to do this one, then the admin can come and create the structure, the database. Administration, what you want to give administration, this is when you click all, it means you giving every privilege. Say for example, you're hiring manager in your company, and you like the manager is very hardworking, nice and manager is very nice and honest and hard worker, and you guys want to give privileges, you can give all the privileges. And you can give yourself too, because whoever created the first database is going to be that total going to have a total ownership of the database. So now we're going to come here and say, look in here is SSL. It's a secure shell required. If you guys require SSL for the live website, make sure you click this one when you kind of come in. You guys going to bump up when you guys create the live website, exactly the same ones, but instead of local host, you guys going to be, say for example, your website name. So make sure you put your website name instead of this one, and make sure you put a very strong password. I would recommend like from 8 to 10 and alphanumeric. You guys can use your hashing and things like that for your user. But because we are just on a local host, and we are rarely going to use this admin, so we just put a 1 2 3 4 5 6. And if you're going to come and press go, it's created. So create a user admin as local host identified with MySQL native password, whatever your password, grant all privileges, keep in mind, on to admin local host. So this bit is just for command line. If you use the same syntax on command prompt, you guys can create your own from the command line. Okay, so because we have created user account and we are giving all the privileges. Now if you look in here, we have created the admin. Alright, so you're gonna see here there is a local host with ampersand sign. We don't like that, so we're gonna come here, and it says the database change password login information, and we're gonna remove this. Now it's okay. Now it's local host. So if you're gonna get outside, So retype a password 12345 6. We can create a 12345 6, and keep in mind you guys don't put 12345 6. I'm just putting for test, and later on I'm going to delete this user admin. So just showing you guys, this is just for teaching purposes. So if you gonna get out of from here, we can gonna come here and put through our admin. Say for example, now we created our user admin, we're gonna come here instead of root, and if you put a password 12345 6, it means we okay. We can come here in 12345 6, and you're looking here now, we are new admin, we are here. So, and I'm gonna get out, and I'm gonna put it as a root now. Okay, so I'm gonna come into the root, I'm gonna remove the password, and we don't need this password. We're gonna come here without a password. Okay, so that's how we're gonna use the username through the say admin. We have created two, so we can delete one.